trip. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Singing in your midnight hour, Jake. Yeah. What up, though?
Hey,
I'm your boy Homelander, joined by Main Squeeze, Starlight, and this
what up?
is we are the Southern
Starlander, baby. Hashtag Homelight.
Hashtag Homelight. Yeah, it's probably the worst hashtag to do that. But in real talk, I'm your boy Easy Joe, my man Kung Fu Spinny, aka Spin More Rex, and we are the Woodward Heavyweights, joined by our TD Mikey G in the TD booth. Shouts out to him. He's having a rough day. Make sure you guys hit the like button and send some hearts his way.
Should make him smile. Make him smile.
I need it.
The guy needs it. He's had a rough one today.
I definitely need it.
If you guys have a Zach Wilson mom type, make sure you send her his way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Baby, won't you come
But
my way?
before we dive into the Zach Wilson Milf extravaganza into Jaden Ivey being injured in the Summer League, into the Pistons starting lineup projections, into Troy Weaver turning around the roster, we got recapping the Grande Pape episode last week. Let's start off by talking about what happened to this man Easy on Friday night. Easy, how'd you feel? How'd you feel on Friday night? 25 sitting on 25 mil.
I don't know what you're referring to, Spencer.
This man, I took this man Easy to Coonan for the first time. And if you don't know, Coonan is a brewery. They got one over at like 13 and Mountain. That's my spot. I go there all the time. They got some beers there. They got some real deal beers there. I'm talking 9.5%. They got some 10% boys on there. And then they'll put you down if you have one too many. And this man Easy, he didn't think it was true. I'm about to get drunk off a couple beers. Tell the people how those drippers do you.
That dripper had me going. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The dripper had me dripping.
Dripper.
I'm sipping on that dripper, and it had me
Light skin, but I'm still a dark dripper.
No, man, those drippers are the truth, man. Shout out to Coonan. And that place is like awesome, by the way. That was really dope experience. Like
Fun time.
Coonan in itself, like they hook it up.
Yeah, and it was cool. You know, a bunch of my boys were there.
Uncle P.
Shout out Uncle P. Shout out Nick the Ruler. You know, Darius the Disgraceful. My boys Azad and Billy. We were there. We're some regulars over there, so they hook us up. But
they hooked it up, and your boy is definitely gone. Like,
oh yeah.
I didn't even tell you like the second part. Like waking up, I was definitely like still like buzzing or drunk or something.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I puked. I don't know.
He ended up staying the night in my house because, you know, that's the kind of guy I am.
Good looks.
Brought him in, threw him in the spare room. And, yeah, I mean, we went to bed at what, like...
It's weird when you locked me in there, but yeah, I appreciate it. I'm joking.
Like 4 o'clock, probably, somewhere around there. Because we were chilling at Darius's for a while after, and we woke up like 8 a.m. and drove you back to... Oh, I forgot your shirt. Pause. Bro left his shirt at the crib. I'll bring that tomorrow, but... That was a good night. It was a good night. Good week.
I was gone. Uncle P was blowing chunks too.
Oh, Paulie. I haven't seen Paulie that lit up in a long time.
Yeah, man. Literally when I hit like home Saturday, the whole drive there, I was like trying. I don't want to say to like blow chunks, but I felt off. I felt like I was still wasted.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
And I got home. I puked out a whole bunch of nothing. I don't know how that happened. It was kind of like just water type of puke, whatever. But I took a long ass nap.
The drippers will do you, man. Yeah. Once I dropped you out, I went home. I slept till like 6 p.m.
Yeah, because we low-key had, like... the plan was just to have 2. And I had the sample of the triple.
Yes.
And then we took the scramblings of whatever else was left, and we poured up, like, 2.5 more glasses.
I had, like, 8 or 9 myself.
Yeah.
So I got there before you did, had a couple, and then... I mean, I can drink quite a few of those.
Yeah.
And be good. A lot of people, like Paulie had, like, 4 or 5, and that man was melted.
Yeah.
So...
I ended up melted, too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I did not see that coming.
I'm telling you, they sneak up on you because they're good.
At some point, we were freestyling at Darius's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were freestyling at Darius's for a while. It was a long night. It was fun, though.
I was on the phone with Alejandro from Color Poppy. I was like, come get me. I'm drunk. Oh, jeez. Boy, I was trying, boy.
Oh, man.
She's like, I can't. I'm drunk, too.
What up, though, to everybody in the chat? Boomer, Merv, Sheru King, Aaron Tackett, all the OGs, Epic. You know, you guys are always here for us. We appreciate you coming in.
What'd you do, Mikey?
But
what'd you do this weekend?
Yeah, what'd you do this
weekend? I just had TC's house party. But actually, I was at a bar on Friday night, Spencer. That's why I called you. some guy wanted to talk to you and Terry, and he specifically was talking to Terry, and then he said that other guy with the long hair, and he was talking about you. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
why I
For sure,
called
talking
you.
about me, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's talking about Easy.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I like to hear. You know, we're getting our names out there.
Spence got fans out there.
I've signed 3 autographs. Like, literally.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, people have come up to me and been like, hey. 2 of them were at opening day.
Oh, that's because you were. Yeah, you were doing
Two of them were. One was like a couple weeks ago or like last week.
you're doing some autograph-worthy stuff on opening day.
Yeah.
You were gone. You were definitely
Yeah,
gone.
it was like I said. This black girl walked up to me and kissed me on the cheek. She's like, "Not even kissed by a black girl." I was like, "I've done more than kissed by a girl. Don't worry about that." She was like, "Oh." And, yeah, but no, yeah, that was a good time. It was a good time last weekend too, and today was a good time.
What? Yeah, yeah.
Today-
Actually, we turned to a good time.
It turned into a good time, but
Yeah.
we're on a dummy mission for a minute there. So
Yeah.
we are, as you guys all know, we broadcast this live from Cherry Creek Golf Course today for the 3 main shows on the network. We were there for the Detroit Sports Media Invitational, and me and my boy Easy, we were at a hole. A hole was sponsored by Woodward Sports. It was hole 3. It was a 190-yard par 3. And it was like you hit a hole in one, you win a Cadillac, you win 10 grand. This one dude actually hit the flag stake, came really close. But we get out. First of all, there's no carts left, so we get 2 Rangers to drive us each out there, drop us off stranded. Second of all, there's no chairs, so we're just standing there. We were standing there for like 4 or 5 hours. Second of all, we didn't have nothing on us. They come out. Mikey actually sent us a care package. Came out with some
Shout out.
waters. Shout out. It was
Yes.
real. Came out with some waters for us. Came
Some
out
mulligans.
with a couple mulligans. Yeah, Kirk Girl ended up coming around, so I bought some Oberons, and
Yep.
they actually came back out because there was another lady there that was like the spotter for the event. So she was the one that was, if you made the hole in one, it was on her to check it out. They dropped her off some food. And we were talking crap. We're like, where's our food? I called the clubhouse. I was like, you guys gave her some food. Why did we get any food?
And Spencer was like, "We're on hole 3. Please get some
Wait,
food."
man, I need the Kobe D. No, but oh jeez, remember that. But they came back around. They gave us some thick glizzies.
Oh man,
Those boys were thick. Yeah,
there was some thick glizzies.
a bag of chips and a pop. So we were just fooling, clowning, making content. You guys saw a couple of our posts get posted today. It was a good day though. I had a couple shots down there. I brought my clubs out there, hit a couple shots, worked on my chipping for a little bit, but it was fun. It was fun.
The no chair thing was kind of whack for a minute, and then I finally just sat down on the grass, like leaning against a tree, and then that lady's like, "Yeah, there's an uptick in ticks and and the monkey paw virus." I'm like, "What the hell?"
And poison oak.
Yeah, and then right when she said that, I noticed like 5 different like ants crawling on me at
Yeah.
the same time. I'm like, "Dog, I had to get up."
Yeah, it's all right.
Had to get the hell up out of the
If I get Lyme disease, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It wasn't meant to be, but no, it was a good day today.
I watched
Shout out
Shutter
to
Island.
Woodward Sports for letting us do that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cherry Creek Golf Course for letting us do that. Shout out to Terry, because Terry is the president of the Detroit Sports
the
Media
next 2 years.
Association. So shout out to them for letting us be a part of that, letting us be involved in that. It was a lot of fun. We'd love to come back and do that again next year. Had a lot of fun. Great time.
Yeah, I can't believe you. Yeah, someone who's in the chat said swordplay and big fat glizzies.
Sword playing big flag glizzies, It's pause, but it's,
What a day we had.
it was what it was what went down.
Another weekend update for your boy. I did as you recommended. I got elevated.
Yeah,
And I watched Shutter Island.
yeah. How'd you
Yeah.
like it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
I kind of seen it coming.
yeah.
'Cause
Well,
it
once
was
we
getting-
told you like that huge twist, you'll never see. You're kind of looking out for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's all those spots like they don't let him smoke his own cigarettes, and like there's always someone with him, and
Yeah.
all the different
I
stuff.
could almost tell right away too. Like, by the way, that's kind of like my superpower. I feel like I can always like tell what's gonna happen in a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if it annoys people, but like it's fun for me to try to do that. And when movies do like switch me up, then I'm like, oh damn, that was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I could tell because Mark Ruffalo was always like observing him. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
What do you
he's
think
never
here,
with
boss?
them. Yes, exactly. He was always, and even in the background too, like when he's doing something, he's like watching him. You know?
Yeah, I called how The Prestige. Have you ever seen The Prestige?
Nope.
I called how that's a great movie too. It's with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. They're magicians like back in the day. I called how there's like a twist in that too, and I called that like halfway through the movie. So a lot of people I was watching with were like, dang, I've never seen anybody just call that like that. I was like, yes, I am omnipotent. I know everything that has ever been and anything that ever will be.
Did you call yourself mommy potent?
Omnipotent.
Oh, I was like, mommy potent.
I am mommy potent. Call me Zach Wilson. No, but in other news, in sports news here, we got a couple big things. Austin Meadows hurt again. Austin Meadows got pulled from his rehab assignment. This is a guy that, our boy Ryan Lentz in the back can't get enough of. He's got the jersey and everything.
Jersey.
He's a good player when he's healthy. He's a good player. We saw what he did in Tampa. We saw what he did in Detroit when he was healthy. But man, he got pulled off of his rehab assignment because soreness in both Achilles again. So, I feel bad for the guy. Like, he wants to be out there. He wants to be. I was gonna say grinding with his dudes. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
He wants to be out there with the boys. Getting after it, and, swinging those sticks. So hopefully he heals up. Hopefully he comes back and he can be a force in this lineup. And it's not too much of a hamperment on his recovery. But yeah, he got pulled from his. He got pulled from his rehab assignment, and that doesn't look good.
Would you call that L? Is the trade officially L for your boy L?
I don't know. I mean,
another one.
It's like we talked about it. You don't trade with the Rays. Like that's like trading with Troy Weaver, Steve Yzerman. Like they know. The Rays know. They always know.
Yeah.
And they always trade guys away right before they drop off a cliff. No, I'm not going to say that's happening to Austin Meadows yet. I'm not saying that is what Austin Meadows is, but you got to be wary trading with the Rays. And we seen what Sock came in there and done. He's got 15 homers. He's hitting the skin off the ball. So I wouldn't say it's an L yet. It's not looking good though, because baseball trades can't be considered an L after
one season,
60 games.
Yeah.
So
Reyes knocking it out the park there too. I asked you earlier, is it fair to question Tigers coaching at a point? Because obviously we had him here and that wasn't happening.
I wouldn't say coaching. You did ask that. I wouldn't say it's not like AJ Hinch's fault or anything. It's more of it's the hitting. You can blame the hitting coach for sure. You can blame the minor league analytics guys for sure, because they're looking at all the things they look at now with exit velocity, swing trajectory, launch angle, all that stuff. And there was something they missed because he came into Tampa and started smacking the ball. So it's tough. Aaron Tackett says yes, L trade. Joey 2 times in the chat. It's all these guys. Like I said, it's looking bad. I'm not going to call it an L yet though.
Mikey, is it an L trade for you?
No, it's too early to tell. Oh shit, sorry. It's too early to tell right now. I mean, like I said, 60 games in, but I mean, Paredes popping off, but I still got faith in Meadows, so we'll see.
Yeah, me too. I'm with Mikey on that. Meadows is a good player. He's proven he's a good player, so the guy's got to get healthy. That's all it is. You can't say the trade's an L because of an injury.
Yeah.
What if I was like down in the dumps about it, and my mental health's taking a toll, worrying about Al Avila and these L's he's taking on these trades?
Man, if you spend too much time analyzing Al Avila's trade, you are going to need some professional help. And the Sports Marketing Agency is a place that can help, because they help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the F Word, helps spread awareness of fentanyl and other addictions. Go to thesportsma.com if you are struggling or know someone who is. This is the Woodward Heavyweights. We will be right back.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
Trader. Bam, 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 bam.
OddsTrader.com's #1 site for
We
your
the
game day
best.
bets, play-by-play updates, live scores, and the
Another
best
one.
price on every game from multiple sports books. Guys,
Another one.
if you're gambling, you're spending money, you should be smart with your money. Use OddsTrader.com to optimize your betting odds. Find the best odds, find the best prices, the best promo deals at OddsTrader.com. Make sure you guys visit right now for your best bet. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Homelander, joined by my girl Starlight to the right of me.
What up, though?
I'm sorry. What up, though? Welcome back. Speaking of girls, Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, man.
He's dating he was dating a homie hopper.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The legend. Oh, the legend. Zach Wilson. If you guys haven't heard over the weekend, Zach Wilson had broken up with his girlfriend. And his girlfriend was in a relationship with his former teammate.
She's a baddie, too.
Shorty, a little baddie. She is a baddie. But she's now in a relationship with his former roommate and former teammate and one of his best buds, wide receiver. I think he plays for the Commanders. But nonetheless, she got called out for it. She got called a homie hopper on Instagram. And she fired right back and said, hey, this man was sleeping with his mom's best friend. That's the real homie hopper. Going at him like that in the chat, exposing him. And now it's up in the air.
Yeah, that's, first of all, that doesn't look bad on Zach Wilson at all. That boosts his credit forever. Like that man is a legend. He banged his mom's friend. She's probably hot, because his mom's hot. So her friends are probably hot. They're all probably rich, hot, white, old white ladies that do Percocets and complain about their parents. But no, she's props to Zach Wilson. Dude's a legend. He gained some street cred for sure. Probably gained some cred from his boys in the NFL locker room. I believe that. But I want to talk. Who do you blame more? Do you blame your best friend or your ex-girlfriend for hooking up, for doing the nasty?
What? Like, who am I more mad at, my ex or my best friend?
Run that drop, Mikey. Yeah, who are you more mad at? We got a beautiful drop for you guys.
It's Mikey's.
One second, I got it. No, I'm gonna put it on full screen while I do it.
Yeah, who are you more mad at between?
You gotta be mad at your
ex or your boy.
I feel like
this guy coming. So everyone is coming.
As you know, that's a great Tom Mazaway, and he's speaking universal truths.
Play it one more time.
This guy coming. So everyone is coming.
No, dude, you gotta be way more mad at your boy. I didn't have a situation like that, but I had a boy like try to holler at my ex like after I was done with her, and then like he was like dry snitching on me about like the new girls I was seeing, and then I turned to a whole thing. I ended up in jail. You know what I'm saying?
What do you do now?
No, we ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? But no, you gotta blame your boy. You're tighter and probably known your boy longer than you knew that girl. And like with your girl, your relationship's over. Your boys, your like relationship, your friendship's supposed to like last beyond that. But I got a question for you. Because you got a story I know, but I don't know if all the audience knows.
Yeah.
I don't know if you spoke on it publicly, but you actually hooked up with one of your mom's friends.
I did a little bit, in
touched your butthole or
in the
something
stairwell at my brother's wedding. We were a little hammy, nothing.
A little what?
Hammered.
A little handy. I was like,
a little handy. No, nothing crazy like that. But yeah, it's I've dabbled in the Milf area. I know. I know you have as well. I know. There's some Milfs you've tied off as well. But it's props to him. Like I said.
No,
but
I want to hear your story. I want to hear how you hooked with your mom.
No. My mom watches this show. But we're going in the chat right now. It's 3 right says LMAO. No one says best friend. Guy code. Chuck Brewer said depends on the timeline. 3M right says best friend. Proud of my little cousin Zach says Damon Wilson. It's seeming like everybody thinks he's the best friend, and it's the guy code. You can't do that to your boy.
Yeah.
Your roommates, your best friends. I don't care how hot his ex girl is. You can't do unless you get the okay from him. Unless you hit him up, be like,
Yeah, I mean,
would you be mad if I smashed? And then if he says no,
yeah,
you can go for it.
No, yeah, I mean, you definitely gotta be mad at your friend. I don't think it's like a debatable thing, but I guess I kind of have a situation since you won't tell yours.
Yeah.
What's her name start with? No, I'm just kidding. So I was like 16,
Okay.
This young light skin easy coming into like grown man age, and I thought I was the shit. You know how us light skins are, but
yeah. Busting loads on anything.
yeah. But I was 16, and I was always like macking on my aunt's neighbor, but like jokingly, because she was older than me. She had kids. She was like good looking, you know. And my aunt lived like the apartment, so like we had like the pool and stuff like that. And one day we were all like just sitting around at the bonfire like afterwards, and there's a foot like on my crotch, and I'm like, oh, like. But I was like obvious about it, like I didn't know she was like trying to be for real. And then she like messaged me on Facebook like the weekend after and asked me like, you know, if I was like a virgin and stuff like that. Dude, she's like 27 or whatever. I'm like 16.
Hey.
And she's like engaged and stuff like that. She might have been married. I don't know. But dude, and the husband is a whole story, man. But anyway, she made the trip down to your boy. Came down to Seafield, and we got busy in the apartment parking lot a couple of times. And she was make that trip, and like at the time, I'm thinking it's sweet, but like now that I'm older, it's kind of like, I mean, it's still sweet, but
yeah.
but she was making a whole like hour drive to come see like a 6-year-old guy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you think about it like that.
Yeah, but my aunt caught me, and she snitched on me, and then I had to like sit there on my aunt's like front porch. His name was Chase. This dude's like 6'4". I'm already not a tall guy, you know that.
Yeah.
I'm like 16, and I'm thinner than too. Like I'm skinny. I don't know jiu-jitsu, and like here's this guy. He's like a security, and so he's trained up and stuff like that. He's like in my face. He's like stuttering over his words, and like his voice is like shaking because he's pissed.
Yeah, he just banged his wife.
Yeah. and then he's like asked me like if we ever did anything, and I'm so pissed at my aunt, by the way, too. Cause
yeah, that's your aunt can't do that.
R.I.P. Aunt Heather, but like this nigga gonna kill me, bro. Like, you're not protecting me from this man. If shit goes down, there's just no way. The two of us cannot take him. Like, he's like a giant human being. He's like asked me if I ever did anything, and I was like, we hugged. Like,
oh man.
And then I told the truth. I was like, yeah, we kissed, and yeah, it was all bad. And we still hooked up once more after that too.
Oh, you're a savage.
Hey, dude, I was 16. I know what the hell was going on.
What do you consider MILF territory, though? Is there anybody?
That's the question.
That's had a child? Is that considered a MILF? A hot woman who's had a child?
Technicality, yes, but like for it to count as like a MILF,
like,
if you get a stamp in your MILF card, get a punch in your MILF card, I feel like you got to be up there.
They gotta be like 35 plus.
Yeah.
35, 40 plus for like legit like.
Gotta be seasoned a little bit.
I used to work at Grand Traverse Pie, and
there's so many random fucking jobs. I swear. You realize this too every time.
I had to work.
When I worked in the coal mines when I was 12.
No, but I worked at Grand Traverse Pie in East Lansing, and MILFs used to come in there, and GILFs used to come. I'm telling you, there was this GILF that used to come in. She had to be like 65 plus, silver fox, would always be wearing her like tracksuit from running or something, because she'd come in, she'd get her coffee, she'd get a piece of quiche, and I'd be like, you know, I'd be flirting with her and stuff, and she'll flirt back with me. I'd be like, oh, you can come back in any day, like I'll hook you up. And bro, I'd crack. Like she was bad for a 70-year-old woman. Like I was like, yeah, you know, you want to go down, I'll go down, lady. Like, she was pretty bad. And
Mikey's dying.
Mikey, what's
you gotta
your
have a MILF story. What's the cutoff age for MILF?
Yeah, what's your cutoff age?
I have no idea, but I'm just laughing at your story.
I mean, I'm
just coming for some quiche.
She looks good. She looks good, bro.
Wait, Mike, you got no MILF stories?
No MILF stories.
Is there a MILF cutoff age for you?
No, I mean, honestly, it really just depends. Like, you know, just gotta see what she looks like.
I guess
you can look good at any age.
Exactly.
So it really just depends who it is. But
ages, no, not gonna say it. But it's yeah, I'm not gonna say that. But you know, it's like a fine wine. You know, it's once they get to age, you don't gotta worry about nothing. You know, you can just go for it.
I got one more MILF story.
All right, let's hear it.
Mike, you actually know this person. This is a gentleman we went to school with.
Jesus.
And oh man, this might be way too much information.
Go for it, bro. It's too late. I
probably said too much already.
It's too late. Yeah, you're already too deep.
Now.
All right.
Like you were in that MILF.
Hey. No, I'm just gonna say it anyway. I don't care. So my first job was at this place called CJ's Boatyard Grill, and there was a lot of.
You been having weird ass jobs, bro.
No, dude, she'd be like, yeah, when I was 12 in the coal mines.
I cried for my shit, bro.
But no, I was like a dishwasher, like busboy type thing, and because mom was there, and so I was saying like, what up? Oh, hey, Mrs. You know, Yaze Blase.
Oh, you told me this, yeah.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of people there, and there's like a swinger thing I didn't know. And like, dude, she was like trying to like take me home with her.
She was trying to swing.
And I didn't know, but I was like, after I was like, oh my God, I could have like banged what's his name's mom. Like,
Drop the ball. Ball drop for sure.
yeah, but she's a nice lady, but I wouldn't.
She's a nice lady. You know,
Not my type. I wouldn't chill with his dad for that one. Other people's moms, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's a little weird. The swinger situation, the cuckold situation.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. Like, he's gonna be in the closet dressed as Superman. Like, I'm not here. I'm not here for that. But you know, like I said, she's an old lady and she's fine.
My boy.
You know, I'm gonna start hitting up Ryan Armani and being like, you know, I'm gonna go to the bar with you, man. I'm gonna have these bad 60-year-olds come over here. I'm gonna take one home.
Hey,
yeah,
yo.
I know Ryan Armani. That's my boy.
Ryan got the gilfs on a lot.
Ryan has the gilf. He is the gilf guru. If you did not know,
He is
I'm
the
telling
gilf
you,
guru.
when we're out anywhere, there will be
They flock.
multiple 60-year-old women that walk up to him like, Ryan Armani. When I first got my job here, my mom didn't know who Joy Bell was. She didn't know who Darren McCarty was. She didn't know who Braylon Edwards was. But then I was like, yeah, Ryan Armani too. She's like, oh, Ryan Armani, I love him. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. She's real popular with the 60-plus crowd, man. It's a gift. It's a gift.
Mike, you never bagged the MILF? You never bagged the 35 and up?
No. Nope.
Are you lying?
No.
Are you saying it because like you're in some type of relationship thing right now? Or what?
No, because I'm not. But no, I have never.
He's like, no, I have standards, you fat fuck.
we got off the rails for a little bit, but I promise you that we had that Zach Wilson news came up. So if I got an excuse to talk about MILFs, we're gonna do it. But we're coming back with Jaden Ivey, and he got injured in the summer league. We're gonna talk about that a little more, go into depth on what that means for the rest of the year. But first, if you want to look good so you can go out and bag yourself a MILF, there is only one place that you can get your hair cut, and that is Lady Jane's. Because as you know, we broadcast this show live from the headquarters of Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Birmingham. It's definitely awesome to get off the air, be able to go get my ends trimmed up, some of these dead ends cut off, take an inch or two off. And I know if I sit down in that chair, Alyssa, Megan, one of those girls will take great care of me, and you can too. I highly recommend that you go to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men near you and let them treat you like a king as well. They're open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime, relax, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. So get into Lady Jane's, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. It's the Woodward Heavyweights. We will be right back.
Hey, it's Sean Jordan from the Sports Marketing Agency, and SMA wouldn't be who we are without our amazing partners.
Thank you so much, Sean. At Detroit Wayne, we want to serve as a resource for you and your families. We offer mental health services, substance use disorder services throughout our communities, and we want to be that source and resource within the community.
If you or a loved one are suffering from a mental health or substance abuse issue, please don't hesitate to call 1-800-241-4949.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Hot and Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy. Joe, my man, Kung-Fu Spinny,
What
a.k.a.
up,
Spin
though?
More Rex. We got a non-closer in the TD booth. Can't believe you never closed on a MILF, bro. I'm kind of disappointed. I feel like you're lying a little bit. I think your mic's off. So you never tried? You never had like a scenario situation where you're like...
Never putting myself
Mikey
in a
can bag a
scenario
MILF
for
if he wanted to, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Look at your tats. Oh, my God.
No, stop
my
it.
God.
Stop.
You don't want Samantha back out?
No, Samantha's away until Cheese Nips comes
Well,
back.
that's fair. Let's dive into some
Samantha's
sports talk.
terrifying, bro.
Let's get on the...
Hey, yo, no, real quick. There's a guy. I don't know how it even came up. Oh, because we were on a hole at the golf course today. You won like $10,000 in a Cadillac if you hit a hole in one.
Oh, dude.
And this old dude was like, "I'm spending on cocaine and hookers." And then he asked him something about a golf girl or golf cart girl.
He's like, "Can I bring her home with me?" Because there was another girl there was that girl that was doing the spotting.
I told him he could take Spinny home.
And the other guy was like, "Oh, it's just how we like him." He's like, "Yeah, I'll bend you over and tuck your balls." What? It was just weird. He was funny as hell, though.
He was funny as
man.
hell, man.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. I got hit on by a whole band today, and I wasn't proud of it.
Samantha.
Hey, Spencer was like,
Yeah. No, but
Samantha, you're.
Enough of this. Enough of the hot and heavyweights. Let's get into this Jaden Ivey
Welcome
talk.
back to Woodward Hot and Heavyweights.
Nobody,
I'm your boy.
nobody
Easy,
wants to
joined by
hear that.
Samantha.
Nobody. Hi. No.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. For real this time. Let's talk about the Detroit Pistons, man. To my hole-in-ones, getting it in.
Yeah.
Jaden Ivey was on fire for 5 minutes, man. Man was going in.
He was
going dummy.
He was, man. He was showing his athleticism, getting to the hole, finishing at the hole, finishing at the rim.
Hell yeah.
Going crazy. He had a step back three, like dirty step back three too, like James Harden jump step back. He had a couple nice passes in transition. He was hot. Like you said, he scored 11 points in 5 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Had a couple nice passes in transition, was running the break very well. And then Isaiah Todd happened. And on one of his three-pointers, Isaiah Todd hit the what's his name from the Warriors? Why can't I think of his name?
Zaza Pachulia?
Yeah, he hit the Zaza Pachulia and put his foot under Jaden Ivey's landing spot. Jaden Ivey rolled his ankle. He did go on Twitter and say, quote, "None major, I'll be back." So, or none major, I'm good. So it didn't look like it was too bad, but it looked like it could have been a high ankle sprain on the way he rolled it. No, that being said, he came back in, shot his 3 free throws, made all of them, and then left the game. He didn't return for the rest of the game. They took him back to the locker room, had him looked over by some trainers, did come back and sit on the bench for the rest of the game, but he did not enter. So it's just something to think about because I've seen enough, honestly. I've seen enough from Jaden Ivey. I know what he's going to be. I know he's going to be good. I've seen enough of his talents. And I wouldn't mind if he just sat the rest of the summer league. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. Selfishly, I want to watch him play. I mean, that 5 minutes, that's explosive as 5 minutes, bro. 11 points, 2 for 2 from the field goal range, 6 for 6, from free throw. Dude was killing it. And I think he had an assist, too, if I'm not mistaken. He had a couple of assists, but as much as, like, selfishly for the entertainment, I want to see Jaden Ivey. By the way, NBA Summer League's been phenomenal.
Yes.
I don't know if it's because I've done a lot more homework on the players, coming into the season, and now I'm watching everyone because, like, hey, I want to be right about Mathurin. Hey, I want to be right about Keegan Murray, and so on and so forth. Jabari, Chet. Like, just so many, like, interesting prospects from, like, this past draft. But, like, or if it's just the marketing or just a combination of it all. But Summer League's been, like, really fun to watch. But selfishly, I want to see Jaden Ivey back. But in reality, you're right. You're probably right. We don't need him back.
Yeah, Mike, you start a poll. So, do you want to see Jaden Ivey back in Summer League? Because that's, like you're right as well. It's selfishly, I would love to see him back. I would love to see him go out there and continue doing what he did for the first 5 minutes of that game and the last, 2 quarters of their first game where he just looked electric. He looked like nobody could contain him on that floor. He was shooting the ball well. He was moving the ball around through the offense. So, yeah, selfishly, I want to see him back. I want to see him out there balling. But it is not worth it to me. It is not worth him going out there re-aggravating that ankle injury or something worse, potentially. Knock on wood, praying that doesn't happen. Because Duran even took a big fall in the same game. He took a fall. He landed on his arm. Looked like it could have been a little bad. But, he's an 18-year-old kid, so he popped right back up. He was fine. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. But
I know a girl that's probably into that.
Jaden Ivey does not need to come back for the Summer League.
It's tough, too, because, like, I feel like he could use, like, the quote-unquote experience of, like, the floor spacing at the NBA level. But at the same time, like, it's just not going to be the same type of situation when he's on the floor with Cade. And that's, like, I don't want to call it a concern, but that was one of my concerns. The fit is like, I knew that Jaden could ball. Dudes, look at him now. You know what I'm saying, but that's him. The offense flowing and running through him. Now, what does that look like when Cade's like on the floor, though? You know what I'm saying, like,
I mean, even in that first game, though, he did run 2 guard a lot. You know, Saban Lee handled the ball a lot. When he was out, Killian Hayes handled the ball a lot, and he still did thrive in those offense. He still went for 20 points. He still did a lot of things that made him look good because he was playing the off guard for the majority of the game with Saban Lee and with Killian Hayes in. So I think it's a lot of you want to see him out there. You want to see him get experience with those, especially with Duran and with Stewart and with Livers, like guys that are actually going to be on this team getting serious minutes. You want to see him get that chemistry with. And 3 Mr. Wright says it. He said, "I'm sure Ivy is fighting to play tonight." Or tomorrow night, and I'm sure he is too, because that's the kind of guy he is.
You saw it during, like, with the trainers, and they were checking him out after the initial spill. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing too. Like, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows, but if you don't take those free throws, you can't come back. You're designated injured at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do want to possibly come back, you have to take those free throws. That's why Kobe notoriously hit those free throws after he tore his Achilles. And people always crap on LeBron James and Paul Pierce for leaving, but like they probably both had to poop for being real about it.
Rick says Saban Lee is still out there dribbling.
Remember, legend has it, he's still out there dribbling.
He's still dribbling the ball in circles. But it's Saban Lee has not looked good in the summer league. That is.
I was gonna say that
is something I will.
Some of the usage stuff probably is a little bit of Saban, just being Saban, like.
Yeah, it's definitely you want to get him more looks, and. You're right though, and 3 Mr. Wright is right as well. You saw him fight to come back. They didn't want him to go back in and shoot those free throws. He went back. He was like, "I'm going back in. I'm shooting those free throws," and he did. And he knocked them all down. So props to him. We know what kind of player he is in that aspect. We know he's tenacious. We know he loves this city. He loves this team. And he's ready. You saw the emotion from him when he got drafted. You know how much it means to him with his family ties and with everything that Detroit has done for him, not only himself, but his family. So you know he wants to go out there. He wants to prove it. But I don't need it. Honestly, Jaden, I love you. I think you're going to be great.
Whoa, dude.
Just take it easy. I don't want to see you get injured, man. I want you to be 100% at the start of the season.
But to be fair, though, if it is just like a rolled ankle, he might be good. You know,
he might be good, but like I said, it looked like a high ankle sprain to me because it wasn't a total. It wasn't a total turn. And high ankle sprains can be tricky. They linger around more. They're easier to re-aggravate. So I'd rather just not see that happen on exhibition games in the summer league. Let Jalen Duran go out there and body everybody for the rest of the summer league. I'm cool with that.
Were you at that situation, Mikey?
Yeah, no, I think there's no really reason to play him. We've seen a lot out of him. We've seen like his explosiveness and what he can bring. There's just no point to go out there and risk him possibly getting re-injured. So no, I wouldn't play him at all.
Spinny looking thirsty out there. I wish you had on camera. That boy's stirring.
I was sticking my tongue out, but no, it's yeah, I agree with you, Mikey.
Distracted.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mikey. It's a tough situation because, like you said, you do want to see him get that time in, get those reps.
Yeah.
But it's just not worth it.
Everything
worth
offensively, like, I'm not worried about because he has that like elite speed. You know what I'm saying? Even at the NBA level, you could just tell. Like he just gets to where he wants faster. That's one thing I admire about him the most is like Jaden Ivey can move with that ball wherever he wants. Where like most guys, I feel like, Saban, perfect example. They get to going with that ball and they just lose it at that point. You know what I'm saying? They're sloppy. Where Jaden, other than outside of like his decision making when he's trying to play make. You know, when he gets to where he wants, that ball is nice and tight. He's keeping it where he wants.
He plays under control at that blistering speed. Yeah, it's impressive to watch.
The only thing I'd say that I'd want him to work on or that I'd want to see out of him, it would be like the defensive effort. You know what I'm saying? Which, again, could probably be more so an effort. I don't play professional basketball. We'll have to get one of those guys in the show. But, like, I feel like even at the NBA level and even maybe a little bit kind of every sport rather than football, a little bit more schematic. But, like, I think it's more of an effort.
Yeah, defense is a lot about effort. It's a lot about timing, knowing your rotations, knowing your timing. It's important that you get that down. But it is also, those are learned things. Those are things you can learn. He has the effort. He has the athleticism. He has the lateral quickness. So once he gets accustomed to the speed of the NBA, to the rotational timings of the NBA, his defense will get better. And like you said, like we said, Troy Weaver challenged him to be a good defender, which we both think he can be if he is in the mindset with his length, with his, like we said, his lateral quickness and things like that will help him out a lot if he wants to go out there and be a legitimate defender in the NBA, which he's going to need to be at the two-guard position.
Which, by the way, would you say he looked better when it was like just him balling? offense running through him or when he's with Killian?
No, yeah, he obviously looks better when it's just him balling, but it's different. Like having Killian and Braxton Key, or Saban Lee and Braxton Key is different than if he's out there with Sadiq Bey and Cade Cunningham. Because if he's out there with Killian Hayes, they don't have to worry about putting too much defense on Killian Hayes. Mm-hmm. They can focus more on Jaden Ivey, so he has to do more. If he's out there with Cade Cunningham and Sadiq Bey, that opens the floor up so much more, opens more driving lanes, gets the defense off of him, not as worried about him as they are about the other players, the other potential all-stars that we could have on this team. So it's different when you're playing in the summer league with guys that probably aren't going to be on an NBA roster for more than a 2-week contract compared to all rookie performers that are trending upwards and look fantastic in the NBA.
100%, I'm with you, and I'm really hyped about it. Just like I get hyped when I'm drinking that Centron. The summer of Centron's here, and now Centron's available at Kroger. Make sure you pick some up while you're shopping, because right now you guys can get 2 cans of Centron for $4. You got that? 2 cans of Centron for $4? $4? Centron's the new drink for the active lifestyle. Drink it, live it with Centron.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to
talk about
make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
What's going on, everybody? It is Spencer for Bedrock Detroit and the Monroe Street Midway. Bedrock and Rocket Mortgage basically turned an old parking lot into a massive outdoor playground right next to Campus Marshes. There's roller skating, basketball courts, a mini golf course, food trucks, live music performances, and art installations. It's a fun place to visit, whether you're taking a Milf on a date, you're with your family, or just hanging out before the Tigers game. And there's even Wi-Fi. So if you want to take your computer, get some work done, you can do it right in the heart of the city. The only things you got to pay for are the roller skating and the food, but everything else is free. So make sure you get down to Campus Marshes and check out the Monroe Street Midway, presented by Bedrock and Rocket Mortgage.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Kung Fu Spinny.
What up, though?
AKA Spin More Rex. And we're basically talking about some Detroit Pistons Summer League. Obviously, the big story coming out of it was Jaden Ivey's explosive start, and obviously the injury taking him out of the game. But how did you think about the rest of the team? Jalen Duren. Let's start there, though.
Jalen Duren, he looks great. He looks explosive. He looks extremely athletic. He looks like all of the things that we were sold on. Yeah. Extremely athletic, great finisher around the basket, tenacious on the defensive end, and that's what we need. We needed size. This guy is 18 years old, and he looks like a grown man out there. Obviously, we're going to have to see how he does against other grown men when he's in the NBA, because it's different when you're playing against, Luka Garza compared to Joel Embiid. So we'll need to see him out there against these actual legitimate NBA guys before we can, see what his impact will be just this year. But I think he's going to be great. I think the kid is going to be a stud. He went out there, he proved it. Like I said the other day on our show, is that he has some of the easiest bounce I've ever seen in a Detroit uniform. The way he gets off the ground and finishes at the rim doesn't even look like he's trying, and his head's above the rim. It's very impressive to see. He's a freak athlete. He's long. His arms are long. I'm excited. I'm really excited for him.
100%. He finished the game with 13 points, 6 boards. I think he had 2 blocks. Another 2-block game. I'm looking right now, 4 or 5 from shooting, and I kind of feel the same way about him and Ivy, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Because you got what you expected out of these guys. I did see some moments where he seemed, I don't want to say lost on defense, but just like, you can tell it's a change of pace. It's a different game. You know what I'm saying? Jumping from this to college. And therefore, it kind of leads to the next topic a little bit. I don't know that he's going to start the season as our starting center.
Yeah. I don't think he will either.
Yeah.
I don't. I would be surprised if he does. I'll say that it's tough for an 18-year-old kid to come in and try to bang with these huge guys they've got in the NBA. So he's gonna need to be, he's gonna need to be smoothed into it. I can't think of the word.
You're fine.
He's gonna need to be eased into it, and before they just throw him to the fire, throw him to the wolves, But there are other guys that have looked good as well. And like I said earlier, Jaden Ivey, freak athlete. Jalen Duren, freak athlete. These guys, when they eventually are in the starting lineup, both of them, because Jaden will be from day one, but when they were both in the starting lineup, they are going to provide something different the Pistons didn't have last year. You saw it when we acquired Marvin Bagley. You come in here, you give Cade a lob threat, you give someone that puts pressure on the rim vertically, puts pressure over the rim, puts pressure on defenders to have to get back in transition in the full court, because he's going to be coming towards that rim and he's going to finish strong whenever he's there. That's what you get with both of these guys. Both of these guys are menaces going towards the rim, playing in attack mode, playing downhill, playing in full court offense. And that provides a new level to this Pistons offense where Cade, Sadiq, Killian, or even Ivy himself can get the ball on a rebound, run the fast break, and have some freak athletes running down the court attacking the rim. It is going to be fun to watch these new Pistons in transition next year.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, like, don't put too much emphasis on Summer League. Don't put too much emphasis on Summer League. Actually, I don't fully agree, because I think the stars still always perform in Summer League.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Trae Young had a terrible Summer League.
Yeah.
A couple guys, it's here or there, but
for the most part.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, and that's like I like to see, these performances out there. I mean, like, I mentioned, the 2 blocks he had, and then obviously the 4 for 5 from the field, but like don't forget, I mentioned this after the first game. This kid has some sneaky passing skills.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the one he had. It was like a little I don't even know, what would you even call that? Backdoor pass, or
a
little sneaky one. But
yeah.
You don't see big men doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bounce pass too. Now that could be something that definitely won't happen in the summer league, because or the regular NBA, because different level of talent and wherewithal as far as the skill set and players go. But to see that out of your big man, that stuff, I remember Andre Drummond working on in year 8.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's like, I'm gonna start passing. I'm gonna start taking the ball up the court a little bit. This kid's the youngest guy coming out of this draft, and you're seeing this
won't
stuff.
be 19 until November.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's insane. Mikey, what do you got anything on Jalen Duren?
No, I didn't get to watch the last game, but from what I seen in the first game, and just is able to go out and get the ball and oop, and he can run up and down the floor. It's good to see. So no, I'm happy that we got him, and he looks like he's gonna fit in well off the bench, right next to Bagley, and him on the pick and roll is gonna be something to see how he adjusts throughout the season too. So, and
we've got people in the chat talking about Isaiah Livers. 3 Mr. Wright says Livers fighting for that starting spot. Dude's been balling on both ends.
100%.
Mike G says Livers is an interesting player, plays well on both ends, makes plays too. Murph said Livers has been solid. He's impressed me. In that first game, he had a couple insane blocks that I did not expect from him. I didn't think he was that athletic. I thought he was athletic.
Yeah.
I know he's a good perimeter defender, but to just see him defending the rim like that really impressed me. We know what he can do shooting the ball. We know how he can, space the floor for this Pistons team, which they don't have a lot of floor spacing. You got to think it's Sadiq, Livers, Alec Burks now are some of our shooters that can actually come in and space the floor and draw attention away from the rim. But Livers has looked very good in the Summer League on both ends of the floor.
And that's what I'm saying, too. People say don't put a lot into the Summer League performances, but, this is a guy that clearly doesn't belong in Summer League because he's a level above. It's going to show. And Isaiah Livers, fortunately for us as Pistons fans, is showing that. And don't forget, too, you say I'm hyping him up as Summer League performance, but he showed a little bit of that during the regular season last year, too. I remember a little bit of the floor slapping stuff you see college players do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he brought that to the pro level last year. I think I'm trying to remember what game. I don't remember it was a Sunday game. And it was when he first started coming back, getting healthy and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, this kid, he's got that dog in him.
That's exactly it. Ashton, the trainer, I saw him tweet out, I don't know if it was earlier today or last night, he said, we need guys out there that are dogs. We need guys that are hungry, that are going to fight, and that's what Livers is. That's what different guys like that are going out there. They're not taking things for granted. We know what it means to Livers to be in Detroit. He went to Michigan. He's got ties with John Beilein. We saw Troy Weaver after the draft, dapped him up, said, I told you I'd get you. And he comes in off of an injury-plagued season. He comes in for the last, 18 games, 20 games, something like that. Yeah. And he performed well in his first season in a very limited window. So I am excited to see him, but people are asking for it in the chat. What is our starting? What's your starting five?
Well, before we get to, I just want to shout out to Milf in the chat because he's always showing love. I gotta get this question answered for him because he asked on BDE.
For sure.
Nobody answered it for him. He wants to know what does Wiseman have that Duren doesn't. He didn't watch Wiseman, same school and same position. The one thing I'd say, I think Wiseman can spread the floor a little bit more.
Yeah, it's the three ball. That's what Wiseman has that Duren doesn't. He can shoot the three, and he is a little bit better
offensively
of a ball handler in transition.
Yeah.
He obviously, we saw, Jalen Duren take that mid-range fadeaway in the first game that looked good. It looked clean. It didn't go in, but it didn't seem like he was stressed or there were no hiccups in it. So maybe that's something he can evolve into. But yeah, it's Wiseman can hit the three. He can knock down the three at a good clip. So that's the one thing that he has that Jalen Duren doesn't have yet.
Yeah. And shout out to Murphy. He's always in chat, so I want to make sure I got that in there. But yeah, you want to talk about the Detroit Pistons starting lineup, and I think it's a little bit of an interesting conversation because we see Stu almost trying to transition to this 4 spot, it seems like. Obviously, we're seeing it in Summer League. We saw a little bit of it last year of him spreading the floor. I know from conversations I had with Jalen Norris, no big deal. No, I was kidding. But he just said, if you're going to have 2 bigs on the floor and you want to truly utilize them, they need to be good passers. Now, I think we saw him stretch the floor and knock down a couple threes, but we saw some sloppy passing out of him, I'd say. But starting 5, I know I went on Twitter this past weekend. I put it out there. I think, night 1, I see Cade.
Yes.
I'd say run point.
Obviously.
Jaden Ivey,
yes.
2 guard. Sadiq Bey, the 3. Where it got interesting was that 4 spot because I don't know if that's where Isaiah's truly if he's gonna make that full transition, where they're gonna be comfortable with him playing at the power forward spot, but spreading the floor offensively, or if they're gonna lean on a guy who can already do it right now, Marvin Bagley. But other than that, at the center position, I think Nerlens Noel going to start. And I kind of mentioned that earlier, too, with the Duren stuff. As exciting as he is and explosive as he is, an athlete and prospect, there's still some X and O stuff you can see out there. He kind of he's now in the greatest position for rebounds or boxing people out. But I'm not saying he's not going to develop those things. I'm just saying I think Nerlens going to start this season because of that.
Yeah, and that's that's part of it. I agree with you that I think Nerlens Noel will be the starting center at the beginning of the year. He has proven, he is an NBA defender. He is an NBA rebounder. He can go in there and do that. But I do see Jalen Duren, usurping that position from him before the end of the season. The starting lineup, like you said, though, it's all about the 4 spot. That's where things get hairy because there are multiple different ways that they can play this. They can go small, where they can run, Cade, Ivey, and Burks or Livers, Sadiq at the 4, and then Stewart at the 5. They can do that. Mm-hmm. They have the freedom to do that. If they want to go big, if they want to put Isaiah or Marvin Bagley at the 4, and then, Duren or Noel at the 5, they can do that as well. I know Dwayne Casey's very fond of 3-guard lineups, so it's difficult to see what he'll do with there. It's difficult to make a decision based off that. But if we're going what they've been saying they're doing, what they want to do, they want to play Isaiah Stewart at the 4. Isaiah Stewart has been playing 5 his whole life. He played 5 last year, and it's going to take some time for him to transition into that role. Like you said, we've seen a little bit where his shooting is getting better. His ball handling at the top of the key and around the basket has been getting better. He looked a lot more comfortable handling the ball in the Summer League than he ever did last year. But he is going to need to get better at those top of the key handoffs, at those screen and roll handoffs, and he needs a more consistent jumper. So if they want that, if that's what they're going to do to start the season, then I do see it being Cade, Ivey, Sadiq, Stewart, and Noel as the starting 5. But like I said, they can go a lot of different routes. I'm a fan of Sadiq at the 4, going small against a lot of teams. How many teams actually play a big power forward? How many teams actually play, a 6'10" and up power forward? Not much anymore. So Sadiq played his best ball at the 4 spot. So you can put him at the 4, and then that allows you to bring in an Alec Burks or an Isaiah Livers at that 3 to stretch the floor even more and to create a lot of more opportunities for the offense while giving up some time on the defense. But if you have an anchor at that 5 spot, as a Nerlens Noel, as a Jalen Duren, as an Isaiah Stewart, that makes up a lot more for the lack of size in that lineup. I don't think those are the lineups they'll start the year with, but I wouldn't be surprised for them to mix that in depending on matchup and depending on the teams that they're playing.
Yeah, and real quick, too, shout out to everybody in the chat. Everyone's arrived at Woodward Heavyweight since the beginning. Put your guys' starting 5 in the chat, too. I see Papa Rax in there. He says, got Cade, Ivy, Livers, Bay, and Stewart, which kind of answers the question I was about to ask you. If you're putting Bay at the 4, who's starting at 3?
Starting at 3, yeah, I'd have Livers starting at 3 because I think he provides more defense than Alec Burks. And you can have Alec Burks coming off the bench being that shooter, while Livers provides the defensive aspect and the shooting aspect. So I like that. I don't mind that at all. But if I'm doing that, I'm probably starting Noel or Duren at the 5, just because I think they are more competent rim defenders than Isaiah Stewart at this time.
I'm with you. Yeah, I think the stuff where you start to have a little bit of a debate is the 5 and 4 spot.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
The 4. It's really all about the 4 spot.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to, like, boo-boo on Bagley at all either. Like, I just think we saw, for example, last year, I feel like the Pistons almost preferred him coming off the bench. Yeah. They still got, like, PT alongside Cade and was getting fed all those alley-oops and stuff like that still. But, Mikey, what's your starting 5 coming into the season? Or night 1, who do you think it's going to be?
I would like to see the small ball lineup, but as far as it goes, I think Dwayne Casey will kind of adjust the lineups to, like Spencer said, there's a lot of teams that play with the small ball lineup. So I think he'll try it out at both. But personally, I want to see Livers in the starting lineup with Bay at 4. I obviously am a Michigan guy, but I love Livers and I've loved what I've seen out of him, so I would love to see him in the starting lineup to start off, but I do still think they'll start Noel at center and just kind of see how that goes first and then maybe adjust to small ball lineups and try it out. But, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a bad thing if Noel is starting at center. I mean, obviously, like, this guy, I think in like 22 minutes last year, averaged, 2 blocks almost nearly? Yeah. And he for sure averaged 2 blocks the time before. Sorry for the airbrush noise in the back. Working on my mullet back here. But no, it's ladies and Lady Janes. But I totally lost my track because of the air blower. I apologize. Oh, Noel starting the season.
5, yeah.
I'm not mad at it because, like, one, he does have the experience. He's proven, like, again, like, almost averaging those 2 blocks. That's nice. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing to like, pick your nose at, turn your nose at. The thing I was looking for.
Pick your nose at.
And it gives Duren, like, something to work towards. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes him have to prove himself or have to, like, learn those little nuances in order to get that starting position.
Yeah, and our bench, if that is the lineup, our bench would be insane. We could have, Killian Hayes, Hamid Diallo,
I forgot
Marvin Bagley, Beef Stew, and Jalen Duren coming off the bench. So there would be a lot going on there. That would be a very tough bench for anybody to deal with, and that gives us a lot of options for potential trades on guys that maybe our roster is too deep. You don't really need to be 10, 11 deep in the NBA. But no matter what in that starting lineup, you're going to need someone to protect that rim. You're going to need a guardian. And there is only one place to go if you really want a guardian, and that is Guardian Alarm. Because Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind whether you're at home, on the road. Their 24/7 local monitoring makes sure that what's important to you stays safe. So call 1-800.
Stay out!
That's 1-800.
Stay out!
For everybody in Lady Jane's, even though there's nobody here because they were all at the golf outing, call 1-800.
Stay out.
Right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Hi, my diamonds, it's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Now, if you guys follow the Woodward Heavyweights, your boy Easy and Woodward Sports on Twitter, you would have noticed that, the boy Spinny and I were out there getting some sun. And the reason why is I couldn't make it. Is my mic on? I'm just making sure. All right. The reason why, though, because I couldn't make it to my routine at Chili Pepper Standing. Because as you guys know, I am a white man. But it's all thanks to Chili Pepper Standing that look this beautiful Australian gold. Join the Pepper Club at Chili Pepper Standing today. You'll get the best deals, plus they'll be all competitors by $5.
$5?
$5. Chili Peppers have the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and darkest tans. There's 20 locations more on the way. Make sure you guys check it out, Chili Pepper Standing. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I am, what's his name in Shutter Island? The fake name? It's Daniel Edwards? Or Eddie?
I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while.
He would be Chuck, or I'd be
All
Chuck.
right, cool.
The partner's name was Chuck. Anyway, welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Morax, a.k.a. Young Starlight, in the place to be. Before we left, we were talking a little bit about Detroit Pistons Summer League. We're going over possible Detroit Pistons starting lineup heading into the regular season. And, things got a little interesting, man, because I actually like the idea of Isaiah Stewart starting in the lineup. I think he's, again, this is Summer League performances and, whatever, the second half of the season last year, but the kid looks promising, man. I don't know if am I being a slappy in that?
No, I don't think you are. I don't think you are at all. I think you're. It's reasonable to want him to start. It's reasonable to want him to start because everything that he brought to this team, last year. It's with his hustle, with his, his defensive plays, with what he did chasing LeBron around. It endears you to a city, something like that, especially the city of Detroit. But he needs to get better as a shooter. I need to see him be a consistent three-point shooter before he can start at that 4 position, because having, him and Duren or Noel, another guy who can't space the floor, with Ivy and Cade, who are mainly slashers, they can shoot as well, but they're mainly slashers and they like to get to the bucket. It's tough because NBA is all about floor spacing and three-point makes. So if he can go out there and he can hit 30+% of his threes. If he can hit 33%, he can go 1 for 3 every night. I'm happy with it, and he can start. But we'll need to see it. We'll need to see it.
Draymond's not giving you much offensive output, but what are you looking at me like that? He's not giving you much offensive output, but he's there defensively.
Yeah, it's true. But look what's around Draymond, man. Look what's around Draymond.
I know.
We don't have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson on our team.
We have Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Sadiq Bey. You can't be doing all these head nods and all that stuff like that. You don't think that's a good offensive core?
Not the shooting offense that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are, which lets Draymond be the guy who runs the offense and can't shoot a lick.
Well, I'm not talking about Isaiah running our offense.
The best 3 shooting players in the history of the NBA on the same offense as you.
I'm just talking about taking the floor and committing to defense more than anything else. I think we have that on the team where he could have that role.
Yes, he can have that role, but he also needs to provide something on the offensive end. He is not a good post moves player. He can't really hit a mid-range shot. He's good at putbacks. He's good at hustle rebounds, but he needs to be able to knock down a three-point shot and space the floor if he wants to play the 4.
Talking about Livers or Stu?
Stu. I know Livers can do it.
I'm talking about Livers. That's what I was talking about.
Well, you said
There's
Stu,
a miscommunication there. No, I said Isaiah Livers. I think you got Isaiah Livers.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, Stewart.
All right.
Okay. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, you could do that, but no, I'm with you. Isaiah has to prove that he could actually spread the floor at the 4 position. And you know what? Earlier in the show when we first started out, we were talking about the trade options because we're kind of clogged there at the 4-5 position. And I said that I think Stu may be that because I think he's more of a valuable piece. But after seeing them work him into this offense as a 4, I feel like it actually might be Kelly O that goes.
Kelly O, yeah, it's hopefully Kelly O and Joseph get traded for a bag of peanuts. I don't care what they get traded for. I just want them off the team. Obviously, I want something in return. but I want them gone, especially Corey Joseph. Kelly Olynyk, I think, can bring you a little something if he's on this team, but Corey Joseph needs to go. I don't want to see Corey Joseph on this team when the real, when the regular season starts. Why weren't Kelly Olynyk and Corey Joseph down in the summer league with the rest of the boys cheering the boys on? Where were they?
They're in Canada, bro.
Yeah.
They couldn't even get in.
Hopefully they stay in Canada.
They're in Canada.
Hopefully they get snowed in.
You hear that joke? It's a dad joke. I'm not even gonna go there. It's like how you spell Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
That's terrible, dude.
I told you it was a dad joke before I even went in. Papa Rack's probably dying in his chair right now.
There can be good dad jokes, but that was not a good dad joke.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you a dad joke. This is one of the older guys came in, the one that wanted to bang you earlier. Whoa. He gave us this joke. He said, "There's 3 rings in marriage." I forgot all 3 of them actually.
Are you serious?
I am. I am
the
serious.
Engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the
suffering.
And suffering.
There you go.
Yeah, that's an old time dad joke. I've heard that one before. But we see what we're talking about now, how we have tradable assets, how we have a surplus of guys on this roster, on this team that are contenders, that are contributors to this team to winning basketball. And that is amazing from what this team was when Troy Weaver came in. When Troy Weaver came in, he had Bruce Brown, Svi Mykhailiuk, Luke Kennard, Sekou Doumbouya, Christian Wood, and Jordan Bone. And he turned that into Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, Marvin Bagley, Killian Hayes, and Isaiah Livers in 1.5 calendar years. Do you know how hard that is to do, to uproot an entire franchise and restart? Like, people talk about the rebuild. People talk about it's taking too long. It shouldn't take too long. The first thing he had to do here was demolition. He had to blow it up. Remember, he had to get rid of Andre Drummond, Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, all of these old guys that weren't contributing to winning basketball, that were just going out there and doing theirs, getting theirs, and exploded all of that, took that terrible garbage of a young core that I just explained and turned it into one of the best young cores in the NBA, and that is impressive. That is an impressive feat from the GM level for Troy Weaver.
100%, and I'm all for it in terms of like promising and having upside and high hopes for them. But the truth of the matter is, they need to produce. They need to produce for us to make that statement factually. Otherwise, you're looking at another bad young core. But that's just not going to be the case. I mean, that's just me being a Debbie Downer. Because Cade Cunningham is for sure a G. Jaden Ivey for sure a G. I think the most impressive pieces of that, though, because Cade Cunningham, obviously you're going to take that option at the #1 overall pick. Jaden Ivey fell to him. Killian Hayes. Is that? Are we saying that's a good pick? I'm not bashing Killian. I like Killian. I like what he offers defensively, but like
time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah, you still got to give that one.
I think it's a good pick.
You got the Halliburton stuff,
It's a good pick, but you still have to let it unfold a little bit. It's not a great pick, but
But if that's the worst pick that he has,
100%
is Killian Hayes compared to Jordan Bone, Sekou Doumbouya, Luke Kennard, Bruce Brown.
Yeah, I think it's stuff you got to get.
Killian's better than all of them.
When did they get Isaiah Livers? He was a second rounder, right?
Yeah,
second rounder.
That's got to be a great pick because before he got injured at Michigan, he would have 110% been like a top 15 pick, I feel like, in that draft because he was balling at Michigan. Yeah. He was their best player, so.
For sure, he was one of the cornerstone pieces, and they made that little run as before they got all the hype. He's actually part of the reason they had all that hype coming in last year. Yeah. But no, for sure. I think the most impressive picks in it would be Sadiq Bey.
19th pick.
Stu.
19th pick of the draft, Sadiq Bey.
Because the way I feel about the NBA draft is like, there are guys you'll find like a Giannis Antetokounmpo or like a Chris Middleton, like after the first like top 3. But I feel like after that top 3 picks are probably like your surefire like NBA starters or NBA All-Stars, and after that I feel like it's such a roll of the dice. So for him to go back twice in the same draft to get Sadiq Bey, who's I think a very promising guy, he obviously scored 50 points in the NBA, no easy feat, and then to have Isaiah Stewart, who I don't think we've even seen him fully blossom. I'm gonna look up how old he is, but for him to grab go back in that very
Sadiq
same
Bey,
draft,
he's
23,
yeah,
and grab those guys. Impressive.
What's worse, drafting Killian Hayes over Tyrese Halliburton or Luke Kennard over Donovan Mitchell.
Luke Kennard over Donovan Mitchell all day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's actually another point to Troy Weaver too. Is like you look at the Henry Ellison, Luke Kennard, like those bad picks, beyond the top 3, beyond the top 10. Again, Troy did it twice in the same draft, man. Like there's just nothing to really question about this guy. Like we're all hyped, we're all excited about this, and like these guys are just so damn young and to set expectations. Like I don't think anybody should be saying playoffs yet, but damn sure say they'll be flirting with the play-in this year, just outside of it.
Yeah. Like I said it a long time ago. I think they'll be fighting. They'll be at that 11-10 seed, trying to fight for that play-in. They're going to be playing some meaningful basketball games at the end of the year. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see these young guys grow. I'm really excited to see the growth of Gaines Cunningham, to see the growth of Braids Cunningham, to see him go out there, hopefully get more foul calls, because we all know it was disgusting, the lack of foul calls he was getting last year when he was getting whacked on his way to the basket, and they just weren't calling it because he's a rookie. So I guess I kind of understand from that point to where like you got to earn your stripes in the NBA or whatever they say. So that's the one thing I'm excited for, no matter how this season turns out, is to see the growth of these young guys, to see how they play together, and to see what Cade Cunningham can turn into as a legitimate player.
100%. I'm reading some of the comments in the chat too. They're talking about you can only keep one Kojo or Saban by 3, Mr. Wright.
Ooh, man.
That was a good question.
Can I just off myself? Like that's a tough question.
I'm going Kojo.
Yeah,
I think so. I mean, he's had his moments last year. A lot of people were crapping on him, and I think it's kind of the same situation Kelly O was in. Was like these guys are put in situations where they're asked to do a lot more than what they would on an actual good team. You know what I'm saying? Especially Kelly O, like. I feel like he got the bulk of the abuse, but people forget he had the whole COVID situation. Before that was what did he tear? His MCL or something like that? Or he had some type of leg injury last year. I know that took him out of commission, so he wasn't able to get in the groove with things. Then when he was, they're asking him to be like a true 5 instead of like the stretch forward off the bench that he is. You know what I'm saying? So like at times I'm saying, because we truly had no depth.
Kelly?
Yeah. And Kojo too, like I feel like Kojo, and this part of it is Dwayne Casey's fault for putting him in these situations. Like I think you speak on all the time. They had Kojo guarding like Giannis and stuff like that, or like KD, and maybe it's just off of switches, but like I don't know, man. I feel like they're just put in tough situations to be in, and they're not the type of players that are gonna perform in those situations.
No, they aren't. They are role players. They're guys who know their role. They'll come in and play their role. And that's why I don't want to see either of them on this team. I think we have enough role players. I think those guys can both get traded to a contender for a good piece or for something in return, because teams do need players like that. But yeah, when Corey Joseph was coming in there and he was starting and he was taking shots away from Cade Cunningham, that's what made me upset. Let alone, the ridiculous. I think it was Jason Tatum that he was guarding, and it wasn't off a switch. It was like he was coming down the court guarding Jason Tatum, and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? But
there's like that one time too. This is like full tank, and it had to be like the reason because it was against Washington. K was like the only person like producing for us offensively, and they had him inbound the ball, I believe, to Corey Joseph, and I was like, fam, it was a game plan there. But
the full tank was in effect for sure.
Full effect. Who we picked though between Saban and Kojo?
Yeah, probably Corey Joseph, because he. I don't know. Saban Lee's younger, a lot younger. Obviously, he's a lot more athletic. He is a guy that can average 25 in the G League, so he's got to be able to do something at the NBA level at some point. But Corey Joseph is an established player. He is a better shooter. He's a guy that has playoff experience, so I'd probably go with Corey Joseph.
What about you, Mikey?
I would honestly go Saban Lee, because honestly he's playing terrible in the summer league and doing the most at all times. But like if you actually seen him on the NBA roster for like a solidified time and he knew that he wasn't on the chopping block, maybe he'd be calmed down a little bit, and maybe he's just out there trying to prove something, obviously trying to make that roster spot in summer league. But Corey Joseph's so bad, and I hate him. I just hate him. So I don't know. Like I don't want either of them. Like I'll have Spencer out there. Like
for real, I'll run point. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough decision. That's like choosing between dog shit and cat shit. It's like
you gotta go cat shit.
Which would you rather? This guy like eats cat shit. No,
I'm talking smell wise, looks wise, everything. Better than dog shit.
It sounds like you eat cat shit.
No, I have my own cat, so.
So you eat the cat shit?
No.
There was like a petrified turd in my my room or my neighbor's backyard that had been like sitting out in the sun for like months. Like, I remember seeing it there a while ago, and it was like
Turn white.
crusty and like looked like ash.
Did you eat it?
No, I told I was like, how much would somebody have to pay you to eat that dog shit?
$5.
And no, he was like, nothing, bro. I was like, somebody offered you $100,000 to eat that crusty shit right now. You're telling me you wouldn't do it? He's like, oh, bro, you'd spend that much in the hospital alone. I was like, I'd do it for like $20,000.
I would not go to the hospital for eating a piece of dog
If
shit.
somebody came up to me right now and offered me $20,000 to eat that dog shit, I would probably do it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Milf in the chat, too. He said Corey Joseph did shoot 41% last year from 3. You don't let guys like that go, especially during injury runs.
Yes.
Which, that's a great point.
That's true.
That's a great point.
My dad said Coach O couldn't guard his shadow, which is also true.
I was going to say that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Papa Rax, though.
That is also true. And another thing that's true is that ciabatta is back at Big Boy, baby.
Big Boy.
Ciabattas, summer salad, hand dip shakes, they are all back at Big Boy. Look at that. You got the sunrise ham and cheddar, the chicken cordon bleu, the chicken club. Those look delicious. So try one of those sandwiches or keep it light and get their Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salads. And don't forget to cool it off with a nice hand dip, cookies and cream, or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Forced. You ain't here forced, people. Someone just got better at Big Boys. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back, eh?
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
What's going on, everybody? It is Spencer for the Academy of Warren, a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field that can also be used for 7-on-7 football. They also have K-8 that features AM and PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, academic I don't know what Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and K-9 athletics. So enroll today at academyofwarren.net.
Hey, what up, you wise guys? The Woodward Heavyweights. Welcome back. You're here, boys.
Yo, man, it's the Woodward Heavyweights, huh?
Yeah.
We're coming in with some wisecracking remarks on sports and stuff.
Love the sports.
That's spit in your face, my man.
What?
That's I spit in your face, my man. Okay. You just rubbed your eyes. This guy easy woke up in peril this morning.
Oh, my God, man.
This guy easy. I got a text from him at like 7 a.m. He's like, I can't see, bro. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, bro, my eyes is closed up. I can't see. I'm freaking out. I might have to go to the hospital. I was like, whoa, what is going on? I'm so, this is 7 o'clock, so I'm like, what do you mean you can't see? And yeah, so tell people what happened. Did you get poop on your pillow last night or what?
Our chat got disconnected, but no, man, I don't know what the hell happened. I really don't have an answer for it. The only I was pissed, bro. I was
scaring the dog.
I was scaring the shit out of my dog. I was screaming like war cries, bro. Because this has happened to me before, but I never had like this bad. Like usually I like blink 50 times and like goes away, but it was like my eyelashes were like getting like entangled together every time I closed them or something like that. It was getting all like itchy and like
sounds like pink eye.
I never had pink eye, thank God. But like, no, it's not pink eye.
Your kid's probably farting on you when you're sleeping.
No, man, I don't know what it was, but I was like literally in my bathroom, like trying to like wash it out. I had like a cup of water. I was like holding over my eye. I just looked in the mirror. I was trying to. I was like, fuck! And you know how like loud I can get too. So I was just doing that around the house for a good like 10, 15 minutes, and then luckily Mikey hit me up and he's like, "Oh yeah, I had that last year."
I did.
What was it?
I don't even know. Like, I had to go get these prescription eye drops. I woke up looking like the dude from Hutch. Like, I had an allergic reaction. Will Smith. And my eye was just completely swollen shut, and like my eyelashes were like stuck together and shit. It was so scary. I was like screaming like easy.
I think you guys got pink eye, and you just need to wash your pillows.
I always do, so that couldn't have been it. But I woke up and I was like screaming too. I was like, I had no idea what was going on, and I like couldn't open my eye.
I woke up in a world of darkness.
It was so infuriating because
Yes.
like it's your eye, and like my eye just kept watering, and it felt like I had something in my eye 24/7. It was fucking terrible.
Shout out Mustache in the chat. He said that's pink eye.
It's not pink
No,
eye.
it actually wasn't pink eye. I forgot what it was actually called, and I went to the doctor.
The clogged tear ducts or something like that.
It's called light red eye.
Light red eye.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad guy from a bad comic book.
Yeah, light red eye. Yeah.
Batman defending the world from light red eye. No, man, it was awful, man. It's still kind of like wacky right now.
Yeah, I saw you messing with it.
Yeah, not a good time.
But as you guys know, if you don't, go check it out. We had Malcom Rodriguez on last Friday.
I thought that accent you're doing was Russian.
Yeah. No, this is Russian. I've done Russian accent plenty of time before on show. This is my Russian
good.
accent. You come for me, we drink vodka, we have good time, we go out, we fight bear, I smash. You know, we do what we do when in Russia. But
do we have an update on the Brittany Griner trade?
Brittany Griner,
No.
no, she's still there. You guys know offer me can be brother. You offer me, who you offer me last?
The Merchant of Death.
Merchant of Death. I don't want Merchant of Death. I need something. Give me another pick. Give me cash considerations. Give me something that I can put in my hand that will make me happy. Not Merchant of Death. This man fat and washed up now. I do not want him. We keep Giant Woman. She play Russian basketball and she look good. So we keep until you give me something I want.
You know how you'd eat a turd for some money?
Huh?
Would you smash Brittany Griner for money?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
All right, so ask.
Okay, but as you guys know, on Friday, we had Malcom Rodriguez, the rookie linebacker for the Detroit Lions, on the pod. Dude was the man. He was real cool. We just had, lighthearted interview, asked him about different stuff, asked him about what it felt like to get drafted, how it felt to play under Dan Campbell, different things like that. So make sure you go check it out. If you did not see that, we have just sectioned out the interview. It is on our YouTube. We also have the whole episode if you want to go check it out, if you missed that. So go check it out. It's great. But that got me thinking, because we both expect at some point this year Malcom Rodriguez to make the starting lineup, to be that starting middle linebacker on this defense. Mm-hmm. What is your surprise for the Lions this year? What is something that you're not expecting to happen that you could see happen for the Lions this year?
That's tough, man. Because you guys already know it's my answer is Malcom Rodriguez. I truly fully expect him at some point, by Thanksgiving or something like that, to become a starter on this football team. Whether it's due to injury or whether it's just due to like his ability on the field. And I'm sorry if I'm saying this like so many damn times, but like even Coach Shepard's mentioned it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This kid's got the in between the ears, he's at the level of the third year linebacker. And so much so, they're talking about him having a freaking the green dot. And as you guys know, when you have the green dot at the linebacker position or any position in the defense, like you're calling the defense. You know what I'm saying? You're calling the audibles. You're calling, if guys are moving over to the left, you're calling extra blockers, extra receivers, and stuff like that. So like for that to be the case as a rookie, for your linebacker coach, the guy's in charge of the entire room. He's watching over all of these guys. There's veterans in there. Jared Davis has been starting in the NFL a long time. Obviously, Alex Anzalone's been starting for a long time. And like those are probably guys for sure. For sure, Anzalone have more of like a cerebral effect on the game. But for his name to be like mentioned in the conversation, yes, I get there's not that much competition in the locker room right now. But again, like for Coach Shepard to say he's ahead of like most 3-year linebackers, like the kid has truly something special. Obviously, you have the 4.6 to go with it. Guy set the all-time record bench press for the linebacker position. Like he's something special. And then again, he's a former wrestler.
Yeah.
Not just a wrestler though, 2-time state champion wrestler.
2 times in Oklahoma.
Texas.
Even better, dude. Texas.
That's what I'm saying. So like, and he's a dog, man. He's a dog. You put on the highlights, and it says it all right there. That's all you need to see. That's all I need to see.
That's all I need to see too. I've seen and like we talked about with him, how well he will fit that scheme, how well he will fit this new Lions defensive scheme of attack, attack, attack. They're not read and react anymore. They're go after the quarterback, go kill that quarterback, go kill that ball handler. So I think he even said it himself that that's a lot like the scheme they ran at OSU, and I like that a lot. I think he is obviously more athletic than, Alex Anzalone. He is more... We'll need to see. He probably reads the game just as well. Like you said, being a former quarterback, being a former safety, he can read an offense very well, so I'm excited for that. But I hope Mike's mustache is still in this, listening to the stream, and he hears me say this, because I said that I think Okuda is going to have a great year.
Yeah.
I think Jeff Okuda is going to come in there, and he is going to be a good player in this offense, or in this defense. We've talked about it before, about how when he was brought into the league, he was out in that Matt Patricia defense where it's you're on an island and he's playing Devontae Adams, twice a year. He's playing against Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. He's playing against great receivers all the time, and he's being asked to guard them on an island in press coverage with no help. So that's not how you mold a good defensive back. So I expect Aaron Glenn and Aubrey Pleasant to mold him into a good defensive back, and the pressure being taken off of him by having Amani Omowarie, who is proven he can be the guy to go out there and guard the number one receiver on an offense. He can go out there, he can guard the DeAndre Hopkins, the Devontae Adams, the other guy against the other guy opposite to him. He is a bigger guy. He is a more athletic guy, so he can cover that, and Jeff Okuda can worry about doing what he needs to do to put himself in the best position to succeed with the help of Aaron Glenn and Aubrey Pleasant. So I am expecting a good year. I don't think he is going to be an all-star or anything like that, or a Pro Bowl or anything like that, but I expect him to go out there, contribute, and be a part of this defense that helps us win games.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you look at guys like, I can't think of his damn name right now, our secondary coach. Help me.
Aubrey Pleasant.
You saw the stuff that he did with unsigned, undrafted free agents last year.
Yes.
You saw what he did with A.J. Parker. You saw what he did with Ife Melifonwu.
Yes.
If he can't reproduce that, and a gentleman that was a third overall pick in the NFL draft, granted it was off the COVID year, so I probably not much to go off of there in that, but there's no way that Okuda doesn't perform this year. I'm fully confident that I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a Pro Bowl or anything like that, but like you said, he's definitely gonna be a valuable piece to this defense.
Yeah, and on top of him coming into this new defensive system, getting an actual year with Aaron Glenn and Aubrey Pleasant, now they have a pass rush. Now they have an Aiden Hutchinson. Now they have a Josh Pascal. Now they have guys you can rotate in, like the Okwara brothers, like Charles Harris. They're gonna have a pass rush up the middle with Aleem McNeil and Levi Ozarike. Those guys, again, as a part of the new system, aren't going to have to, standing up their offensive linemen, waiting to see what gap is going to and reacting to it. They're just going to go. And that is what Aleem McNeil did that was so good in college. He created pressure up the middle. He created pressure in those, double A gaps of the defense where the quarterback can't just sit back there in the pocket, stand there, not have to worry about anything and avoid the guys off the edge. Now he's going to have to worry about those two big dogs coming up the middle while you have guys on the outside that can get to the quarterback. Charles Harris has proved he can get to the quarterback. Aiden Hutchinson has proved he can get to the quarterback. That is what he does. Not in the NFL level, but that's what you brought him in to do because he was the best pass rusher in the draft last year. So on top of that, you're not going to have a quarterback who's sitting back there comfortable for 4, 5, 6 seconds. He's going to be a guy that needs to make quick decisions, is going to be pressured a lot this season. So that's not going to do anything but improve how the secondary plays, including a guy like Jeff Okuda, who has been known to when, in the Matt Patricia defense, when we didn't have much of a pass rush and he was out on an island, he got burnt on that, 6th, 7th second of guarding a guy where he breaks off and he makes a play. You're not going to have that luxury against the Detroit Lions anymore. This Detroit Lions team is going to be coming after your quarterback to rip his head off. He's not going to be able to sit back there and go to his 3rd and 4th read. He's going to have to make quick decisions, and that is easier for secondary members to jump that route or for secondary members to break on a pass when it's just a boom, boom instead of, oh, yeah, la-di-da-di-da. I can sit back here, do whatever I want. Oh, you're not open? Okay. You're not open? Okay. You're not open? All right. Now you're open. Boop. It's not going to be like that anymore. They're going to have to make split decisions, and that it makes it easier for secondary players to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's from like the standpoint of like what you expect them to be, and like I just want to reiterate like a point like I already made, because this is like something that's like already proven. Like, yeah, we're hoping that's the case with those gentlemen on the edge rushing, but like just to reiterate this, I wrote some names down. I was able to do some Googling, aka Googling, while Spence was talking there, and I looked at the secondary that we saw bright spots out of last year that were kind of just like. The Aubrey Pleasant worked with, they were just like, what the hell? Like, how do you do that? Ife Melifonwu.
Josh
rookie,
Jacobs.
4th, 5th round pick.
Jerry Jacobs.
Yeah. AJ Parker. And Will Harris. Will Harris, if you don't know, is the safety that we all love to hate in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And somehow, Aubrey Pleasant and Aaron Glenn were able to make him look, comparable at the cornerback position. Yeah. So there's absolutely no way, if Mustache in the chat, man, like, I hope you got your Okuda jersey ready, bro.
Mustache hates Okuda. He's the number one Okuda hater.
I feel like we got to get him on the show and make some sort of bet that if Okuda hits like a certain like stat line or something like that, he's got to rock the jersey.
He's got to shave his mustache.
Oh, I don't want to go that far. We got to get him in a Okuda jersey.
No, that wouldn't even be like anything. He could grow it back in like 2 days.
I say we get him the jersey. He has to wear it.
That would be funny.
A little all-time thing, and it hurts more. It's like paying. Yeah. It's like losing money as well.
But if you want to make a bet on Jeff Okuda having 6+ interceptions, somebody doing Aiden Hutchinson having 8+ sacks, where would you go to make that bet?
Come on, man. Go to mybookie.com. MyBookie.com is the number one place to bet, guys. You got the NBA playoffs. You got the NHL playoffs. Why am I reading a playoff reading? I feel like D-Man. Let's update this shit. No, guys. Bet on Jeff Okuda having a good year next year. I promise you it's coming. And you do that at mybookie.com. And when you sign up, make sure you use the promo code Woodward to match part of your first deposit. And if you had some issues taking some L, make sure you visit the Michigan Gaming Hotline, 1-800-270-7117. Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back, baby.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
What's going on, everybody? It is Spencer for Big Frog, and right now you can get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. That's right, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. Just stop in, tell them we sent you, and they will print you one on the spot. Go to Big Frog Novi today and get your free t-shirt, or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Kung Fu Spinny, a.k.a. Spin.
What up, dog?
Rake in the chat asked Mike G, would you eat Easy's crispy iPhone for $20K?
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Rake, I thought you said you were eating, man. Why are you typing stuff like that? He said he was listening to this while he was eating, and it was on full blast, and we talked about eating poop. He was like, my wife was not happy.
Well, the funny thing is, too, like, we gave like adjectives to it. You know what I'm saying? We described the poop, crispy white poop. You said what?
I said it was ashy.
Yeah, crispy white ashy poop.
Lick that white dog shit.
Oh man. Before we went, we were talking about the surprise players for Detroit Lions. Yours was Jeff Okuda. Mine was Malcom Rodriguez. I'd probably say yours is a little bit more of a safer bet than mine.
Yeah, I think opportunity-wise, yes, because Jeff Okuda is going to be starting if he's healthy to begin the season. He's going to be starting, so that is definitely more of the opportunity. But
if I'm eliminating the first round picks from this conversation, Mikey, who was your pick for breakout player?
I'm gonna go a little outside the box. I'm gonna go DJ Chark.
DJ Chark?
Yeah, I
That's
think
fair.
especially with Jameson Williams being injured for, hopefully for only the first couple of weeks, but I think he's gonna come make a big role out of himself, especially going over to the top with the ball, and I think he's gonna spread the field a lot for us. So I think he can come out and make a big impact, and his contract's kind of betting on himself, so hopefully he can.
Mike G, who would win in Oklahoma drill? Easy's crispy eye funk or that poop or that ashy poop in the back of my friends?
I'm gonna have to go with the ashy poop. It survived a lot. It was there for a while.
Yeah, trials and tribulations. It's made it through.
It's also old and banged
I
up.
like that, Mikey. Though I do like the DJ Chark pick because, like you said, with Jameson Williams out for hopefully not too long, he's gonna be the most explosive player in our offense, and he is gonna be a true deep threat compared to Josh Reynolds as a at best a fourth or fifth wide. I mean, at best a fourth or fifth wide receiver on a good team is what Josh Reynolds is.
All right, so hold on. Let me ask you this though, because DJ Chark was in a Pro Bowl. Is that a true surprise if he plays well this year? Would the bigger surprise in that situation be Jared Goff?
You asked him who his breakout player was, though, not a surprise.
But is it a breakout though? I'm saying again, he's a former Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I think for the Lions team, for your first year on a new roster, you can be a breakout player for your first year on a new roster with a team that didn't have a deep threat wide receiver last year. You can still be a breakout player.
I mean, if you're a proven commodity, you come somewhere and you continue to prove yourself. It's not a breakout situation.
I don't know if one Pro Bowl season, 3 years ago makes you a proven commodity.
But he got $10 million for 1 year. I mean, he's a proven commodity. I mean, the only issue he's had recently was health, and obviously the quarterback situation in Jacksonville hasn't really been consistent.
$10 million is half of what a real good wide receiver would get played.
Wrong. Yeah, but nonetheless, he's was a coveted guy on the market. By the way, considering the deals that
Abe.
What would Abe say?
Abe said DeAndre Swift will be a top 6 running back in fantasy.
He's been saying that. He's been sticking to it. But as a Detroit fan, one he's supposed to be loyal to the soil. I don't know.
If he stays healthy, for sure.
Yeah, he'd definitely have to stay healthy.
If he can stay healthy, if he can play 13 plus games, for sure.
Yeah. And don't forget, Jared Goff works the best in play action, so they would have to run the ball to establish that.
And that's what Dan Campbell wants to do. That's what they want to be a run first team.
Ben Johnson, yeah.
With those big horses up front, you got to run behind them. And a guy like DeAndre Swift has shown us he can be explosive. He can hit a hole and he can stretch a gain from a 10-yard game to a 70-yard gain. He can go out there and he can score those long touchdowns in the running game. So aside from what he does catching the ball out of the backfield, which is a huge element of fantasy, obviously, if you're playing PPR leagues. But I like DeAndre Swift. Raycast is Abe Sam Flannel's burner account because Sam Flannel said earlier in this year, I'll give him credit if it happens because he said it months ago that
he'll lead the NFC.
He'll lead the NFC in rushing.
I got a question for Abe. If he's a top 6 running back, what round do you take DeAndre Swift in fantasy this year?
Second.
Yeah, but
he's a second.
If he's top 6, that's a first rounder.
I know, but I don't know if I'm taking DeAndre Swift in the second round.
That's where he's gonna fall in most drafts. Obviously, that's
a good point.
It's weary because of his because of his injury history, but he'll be a mid-second round, late second round guy.
Yeah, with this offensive line healthy, people love taking McCaffrey early. He'd have to produce at least that.
Yeah, McCaffrey's a top 3 pick, every year.
Yeah.
But that's just basically the dude goes for 100 and 100 every game when he's healthy. So.
Yeah, when healthy. The issue is never healthy.
Can never stay healthy, and that's been DeAndre Swift's issue. So we will see. But there is a lot to lighten the load this year. He's not going to have to run or get as much usage to where he'll be, suffering from these injuries because of what we saw last year of those guys stepping up, of Craig Reynolds stepping up, of Jamar Jefferson stepping up, of Igwebuike stepping up at times, and we know what we have in Jamal Williams. So that will take some of that, that pressure away from DeAndre Swift, and he can be used in a different level. I think we're going to see a lot of DeAndre Swift lining up on the line of scrimmage, like out.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did talk about
branched
that in
out
practice.
in the offense, lining up in the slot, using him as a guy that's going to be a pet because he's very dangerous in matchups like that because he's so shifty, so explosive, and has great hands. It's like having another receiver out there.
It really is. It's kind of like reminiscent of Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush, as much as he obviously very clearly was a running back, dude had he's a phenomenal wide receiver as well. At the receiver position, I should say. I'm super excited. And Ben Johnson, they have set in practice. That's literally a thing.
Do you think the DeAndre Swift hype is just that Lions slappy, or do you think going back to him saying, or you saying you would pick him in the second round, do you think other people are thinking that same thing? And do you think,
Abe's a Jets fan.
Well, yeah, I do know
and
Abe, but I'm just saying, there's been some people that have been hyping. I forgot who that was on ESPN that hyped up DeAndre Swift and kind of backed Sam Flannel's comment.
Yeah.
But I don't know if other people are thinking that or if that's just like the Lions' word. But I have high hopes for DeAndre Swift if he does stay healthy. But I'm still not picking him in the second round of fantasy.
Yeah, Abe said again, Goff weak arm is going to benefit a ton of Swift managers, and that's true. Goff is a king of checkdowns. He is a guy that hits a lot of checkdowns. So it is important to have a safety valve like that. And DeAndre Swift, like I said, I've said it like 3 times already in the segment, but he's a great receiver of the ball out of the backfield. So that is going to be a checkdown for him to have while he has all these receivers running at a top level. And with that, as that is universally accepted as a top 3 offensive line in the NFL, it's tough to not see him have a good year running behind that, and with a quarterback who isn't the best at pushing the ball down the field. So,
plus, you look up until week 8 or even after the Rams game, DeAndre Swift was the league leader in yards from scrimmage in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
So, strictly fantasy speaking, it's for sure a thing. I think the reason Mikey's struggling with it, he doesn't think Goff is a weak arm.
It's just I'm back-to-back in my fantasy league, and I'm not picking DeAndre Swift in the first
That's
round
fair.
and ruining my streak, or in the second round and ruining my streak.
That's fair. If you're scoring once in fantasy, it's hard to do it.
Yeah.
But, if you need to get over those feelings of heartbreak, you can go out and get yourself some exercise. And one place you can do that at is Planet Fitness.
Exercise.
The only place you can do that at is Planet Fitness. Because right now, for just $0 down and $10 a month, you can get your Planet Fitness membership. And if you don't want to be a heavyweight, that's the place to go. No matter where you are, there is a Planet Fitness nearby. You can drive down Woodward and see a couple of them on the way to the studio. So go on and join in club or online at planetfitness.com. And remember, the summertime pass is still available until August 31st for high school students. You can go in there and work out for free. If you're trying to get ready for football next season, go hit up Planet Fitness. You can get in there and work out for free until August 31st. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We will be right back, baby.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. Hey, we're getting excited. We're getting ready to start talking about fantasy football. Who doesn't love fantasy football? We know everybody does. Make sure you guys get over there at 4:30 and watch us over there on the Woodward Bets YouTube page. Also, you guys got to make sure you get over to that app store and download oddstrader.com. OddsTrader's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, and it's the best place to check all the odds at the sports books right in the palm of your hand. But hey, we know what we're here for. Let's get us some winners. You know what we're looking at here today? We're looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hey, Colorado stinks. I know they won yesterday, but listen, one of the worst road teams next to the Tigers in all MLB. That's good for us. Arizona, oddstrader.com, Woodward Bets. Check it out.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, here to tell you about Alta Equipment. Our friends at Alta Equipment know that when it comes to getting your job completed and on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. That's why Alta Equipment is partnered with the biggest names in construction. With the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan, there's nothing your project can throw at you that Alta can't handle. Give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today. Alta Equipment, where uptime matters, baby. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
In the building. Somebody actually just put a comment in the chat regarding Zach Wilson and the whole mom situation, which
it was Abe.
Shout out to Abe. Brought up something like I actually didn't even think of. Like, obviously, you know your mom's friends, and if
this guy coming, everyone is coming.
Oh man,
you gotta think,
so
man.
good.
Every single one of her married friends, their husbands are freaking the fuck out.
Yes.
Wondering if it was like their girl that got banged and exposed on Instagram yesterday. Terrified. It's terrifying. There's no way you beat that. You're like a 40-year-old guy, and this kid's like a young 20-year-old millionaire. You know, starting quarterback for the New York
Handsome young
Jets.
man.
Yeah, looking straight out like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, still the video of him at the draft where
oh my god,
he's lined up with everybody and they're all hitting, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like,
hands in the pocket, yeah.
And it's like, yeah,
He's
you're not in Utah anymore, baby.
He's checking to make sure his wallet's still there. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. We were talking about, right from break, we came back to Alta Equipment. We're Uptime Matters. Obviously, it's a construction company, and we have a couple guys we think are good at building teams here in Troy Weaver and Brad Holmes.
For sure.
But I wanted to test
Stevie
that.
Eiserman.
I wanted to test that and see if, and Stevie Eiserman. But I wanted to test that theory and see if you guys meant what you're saying, because I want to do a little bit of a 2020 redraft for my guy Brad Holmes. 2021 redraft, I should say, for my grad Brad Holmes. As you know, it's his first draft of the Detroit Lions, where he took Penei Sewell at number 7 overall. But there's a couple names after that made names for themselves. Guys like Micah Parsons was taken after Penei Sewell. Rashawn Slater,
that's
another guy
Maz's
taken
guy.
off Penei Sewell.
Micah Parsons is coming.
Yeah, everyone's coming. Apparently, Maz. You let him say it. Your guy, Mac Jones.
Yeah. My guy, Mac Jones.
You love defending Mac Jones. He made the Pro Bowl.
I mean, he's a good quarterback. What do you want me to say?
You got 1 year of him, being the good quarterback. But Kwity Paye.
Kwity Paye, yeah.
Look okay. Najee Harris.
He was good. Najee Harris, yeah.
Is Rashad Bateman, does he deserve to be in that conversation?
Rashad Bateman, I mean, he's a solid wide receiver. I'm not taking him over Penei Sewell, but solid wide receiver.
But in a redraft, I mean, especially considering those names, is there any of those that you're...
There is two. There is two you'd consider, and that is Micah Parsons and Rashawn Slater. Obviously, you look at Najee Harris. I think Travis Etienne is going to be a great player, but I'm not going to take a running back over a guy like that. Mac Jones, maybe you could throw Mac Jones in there, but still, I think I'd rather have Penei Sewell because he solidifies that offensive line. He's going to be your guy for 10, 12, 13 years at that tackle spot, holding it down. So I wouldn't take anybody over Penei Sewell. I love Penei Sewell. I love what he provides to this offense. I love what he provides to this team. We saw, him getting in Aaron Donald's face last year, grabbing his helmet, saying "little boy" to one of the most intimidating men I've ever seen in my entire life.
People say he's the best defensive player of all time.
I think he is the best defensive player of all time. I think he's the best defensive player I've ever seen. Obviously, I can't speak for Lawrence Taylor or someone like that.
Yeah.
And Maz will fight me on that. But I think Aaron Donald is the best defensive player I've ever seen. I think he's the best football player I've ever seen.
Aaron Donald?
Yeah. Tom Brady is, the GOAT, so it's hard. But, football player, athlete, Aaron Donald is something special. And to see him go up there, to see him be that guy who grabs him in his face mask, talk craps to him, doesn't back down as a rookie, that's impressive. You love to see that. But, Rashawn Slater looked great as well from the offensive tackle position. He was a stalwart for that Chargers team. I don't think he let up a sack. That guy was legit. And we all know what Micah Parsons did. The guy had 12 sacks. He was a monster. Got some Defensive Player of the Year votes as a rookie. So those are the two guys that you would even consider out of this list. Again,
but you love Mac Jones, and you're a Jared Goff hater.
I don't love Mac Jones, bro.
You tell me he's a good quarterback. Quarterback's most important position.
Saying I think he's a good quarterback means I love him.
Do you defend him when I say eh?
Yeah. When you put him on the list, yes.
Who do you think's better, Mac Jones or Jared Goff?
Right now?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh, man, that's tough. I mean, if you're saying I need to win this game right now, insert one of those guys.
Jared Goff is better than Mac Jones as of now. There's not a question about that.
I don't know. There's kind of a question about it.
Oh, my God.
No, I'd take Jared Goff. If it's you need to win a game right now.
Andre Iguodala.
I want Iguodala. Martians had the death beam pointed at Earth. No, if it was if it was you take one guy to win a game, I'd take Jared Goff. But if it's who do you want right now, like for their life, I'm taking Mac Jones, obviously.
Mikey, you piped up.
Well,
Pipe it up.
Yeah, I'm 100% taking Jared Goff over Mac Jones right now.
Goff is better than Dak.
Yeah, that's
club
not
sauce.
true.
I don't know
That's not
about
true.
that. I
But,
do think Dak is overrated, but I don't
Dak's
think
definitely overrated.
100% Goff over
single-
Mac Jones, but
Yeah.
Mac Jones will probably, I don't know if he'll have probably will have a better career than Goff, but as of now, still Goff.
Yeah, I'll take Goff. Like I said, if it's right now, Martian said the death beam pointed, you need to win this game.
Yeah.
I'd take Goff over Mac Jones, but I think
100%.
Mac Jones is a better prospect, yes.
That'd be a scary situation for the fate of the world.
Yeah.
Mac Jones.
Yeah, that
Jared
other
Goff.
defense better lay down.
Yeah.
You guys don't want to die neither, huh? They're playing the Monstars. You got to choose between Mac Jones or Jared Goff. It's like, well, can I play? Can I choose me?
Yeah, real talk. Yeah. Now, looking back at it, though, I mean, the name that so tough, man, because I do love Penei Sewell the same way you do, and I do think he showed those same leadership qualities. I mean, a lot of people are locking him in as a starter or a Hall of Famer, I should say, in the NFL at the tackle position. But Rashawn Slater arguably had, equally as good of a performance. Now he's a lot older.
Not a better
lot
season.
older than.
I mean,
yeah, some will say. The only thing I'd say to the better season situation is look at the situation that Penei Sewell was in. I'm saying switching back and forth from left guard to right guard, left guard to right guard all damn season, and on top of playing right guard for the first time, or right tackle I should say, right tackle, left tackle for the first time in his career. Tough situation to be in, but I want to finish this conversation. I want to finish this argument, but first, let me tell you about some Gypsy vodka. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We were out there cooling and drooling all over the baddies in the golf course, and we was drinking a mulligan. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Our girl Liz.
Yeah, our girl Liz. Shout out to Liz, aka our camera mantress. It's a camera woman. Camera woman?
Yeah, what
a camera person.
Mantress isn't a word, dude.
I know, but it's like actress, waitress, camera mantress, bro. Today is the first official day.
No, that's not a thing.
We had a camera mantress exist. No, today's the first day I actually had the mulligan by Gypsy Vodka, and let me tell you, it was slapping.
It was fire.
It was banging. Now I feel like I had a little extra boost, little couple added attributes because we were actually on the golf course.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the mulligan is where it's at. When you're on the golf course or whether you're hanging out in the backyard, the mulligan's calling your name. Ask for the mulligan at your local golf course or Total Wine near you. So we're heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Ciabattas, summer salads, and dip shakes. All at Big Boy. Try a chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or sunrise ham and cheddar. All on our grilled ciabatta bread. Or keep it light with our Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. And don't forget to cool off with a frosty hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better.
What's going on, everybody? It is Spencer for the Fulling Warehouse at Hamtramck. You know it. You've heard of it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Fulling. There's multiple ways you can do it. They've got $12 open unlimited play. We can stay there open until close. Have a good time. They also have $120 private lane reservation, 10 to 12 people. You get your own lane. You can do whatever you want. You can bring in any type of food you want. If you want to get a beer, they've got a $2 mystery beer vending machine. You pop in $2, pops you out a good beer. No hassle, no fuss needed. Just great beer. Know what you want to make a decision. They have multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So come on down and check them out in Hamtramck at the Fulling Warehouse or visit them online at fullingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy Joy, my man Spin More Rex.
What up, though?
My eye, dude.
Yeah, stop rubbing poop in your eye.
I can't, dude. Wilson took Chuck Norris's wife to his middle school dance. Rick, I'm stealing that. I'm making that a tweet.
That's a good one.
Rumor has it Zach Wilson took Chuck Norris's wife to his middle school dance.
That's the new Chuck Norris joke, is Zach Wilson jokes.
Yeah. We should start that trend for sure.
Rumor, yeah.
Mikey, can we do a poll real quick?
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, and maybe we'll continue this tomorrow because we're running out of time here. But in the chat, I want to know if 2021 redraft, if they would take who they take: Micah Parsons, Rashawn Slater, Penei Sewell, or Mac Jones. Or maybe you just do 3 of them. I just sent you a lot of names there. I apologize.
I'm doing Rashawn Slater,
Micah Parsons,
and
Penei.
Yeah.
I feel like those are like the 3 for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah, those are the only 2 guys that I would consider taking over Penei Sewell is Rashawn Slater and Micah Parsons. And I still wouldn't take either of them. I like Penei Sewell. I like what we got. I like his personality. I think he's going to have an even better year this year. Like what he did going from right tackle to left tackle, back to right tackle, and played great on. But when he manhandled Nick Bosa in like his second start at a different position, it was impressive. So I like Penei Sewell a lot. I like him on this team. I like him as a player. And I think he's going to play well for a long time. You like him more than a friend? What are you doing over here? Just breaking highlighters?
He's drawing.
Why do you have like
man.
4 highlighters?
You want one?
The third person
Too bad.
was
Loser.
Was it?
Rashawn Slater.
Yeah,
Rashawn Slater, Micah Parsons, and Penei Sewell. Yeah, I think you have to consider Micah Parsons for sure. I mean, even Rashawn Slater, man.
Abe said Mac Jones is a bum, but that's because he's a Jets fan.
Yeah, he's a Jets fan.
Yeah. Abe, who would you rather have, Mike White or Mac Jones?
I put Mac Jones in that poll just for Abe.
You the man.
I'm just saying, Mac Jones
just
had a better year than Zach Wilson. I'm just saying.
He did for sure.
Rumor has it, Zach Wilson banged Mac Jones shouted.
Zach Wilson banged Mac Jones' mom. Did you see how Mac Jones walked when he got drafted? Like it was like the Bill Belichick walk.
It
wasn't. No, it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the cool billionaire. It was like. It was so weird. But yeah, dude, I'm keeping Penei Sewell. I love.
So even though Slater had a better year, not taking him over Penei.
Yeah, I think Penei has a better potential.
Well, Micah Parsons.
I'd rather have.
And he
Penei
played
Sewell.
multiple positions.
Yeah, Penei Sewell trumps Micah Parsons.
For why?
Like, because if they're literally going against each other, I'll take Penei Sewell over Micah Parsons.
Oh, you said Micah Parsons first. They're a partner. Mikey, where you at with this whole thing?
I would still stay with Penei Sewell. Obviously, Micah Parsons has had a great year, and he's going to have a high upside, but he's definitely better than Rashawn Slater, even though he had a better year. He's playing on the Lions, so...
that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to look good when you got Justin Herbert behind you instead of Jared Goff.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, too, like Penei's like the youngest out of that group, too. I feel like this is such like a... I really wish we could ask this like outside of Detroit, though, because I feel like we're going to pick Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
You know, just even ride for like Brad Holmes.
No, but I'd still just rather have Penei. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just tough though, man, because obviously Rashawn Slater.
Ask Abe. Abe, who would you rather have?
Yeah, I'm actually very curious. Slater played on one of the better offenses in football.
Yes.
Easy to shine when your team is good. Sewell, that dude.
Facts. That's a fact.
GZ. What? Is that the name I'm supposed to pronounce?
GZYK.
Yeah, is that like an acronym for something? Ghetto Zebra.
Grandma Zach
Yonker.
Grandma Zach Yo. I'm trying to
Grandma Zach Yo.
I'm trying to put that as a way of Zach Wilson banging Milfs.
Oh, there you go. Grandma Zach Young Killer. I don't know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If they draft Parsons, they probably take Neal instead of Hutch this year.
That's a fact.
At number 2, they probably trade back. Because Neal didn't go until...
Neal went 3, I think. Or
did he? I'm curious.
I'm pretty sure he went top 5.
They
definitely take a offensive lineman for sure.
With that being said, I'm glad it planned out the way it did.
Yeah, of course it did.
Maybe. Micah Parsons is a good dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What are you giggling at? The Michigan in me.
Yeah. I'm just happy we got Hutch.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
I'm happy we got Hutch. I love Jared Goff. This guy Mikey, he's compromised.
Jeez.
You do love Jared Goff. Sorry, guys.
I don't love Jared Goff.
You love Jared Goff,
Yeah, you
bro.
do. Stop it.
Yeah, literally. That's literally you every time. Come on, guys. Give him a fair chance. He's so cute. No,
He's just so. This is like the first game they won all year. Dude, that's one of the best videos on the planet. I don't care what anybody says. Dude,
you're reenacting that?
Jared Goff's girl? Stop it. Yeah.
I know.
Dude, Scott made me play that on bets like 7 days in a row. He was like, run that Jared Goff's girlfriend video again. I was like, all right.
He's like,
Yeah, run that commercial against Vince.
Run that commercial again.
Stop. Listen, they don't have a win yet. It's like crazy.
Oh my God.
She's so hot. Like
Evan Neal didn't go till 7.
7. Okay.
Derek Stingley, Sauce Gardner, Kayvon Thibodeau, Akeem Ekwonu, and Evan Neal 7.
Well, yeah, Ekwonu and
so maybe we
Evan
trade
Neal.
back. And the Jets had 2 first-round picks. Well, we technically traded to get 2 first-round picks either way, but I don't know. Fun to bring up my ass around the office. I'm curious about that one. But before we go, talk about the Detroit Tigers All-Stars real quick because we got to live.
Yeah, real quick before we go. We know the Tigers have 2 All-Stars. They ended up being Soto and Miguel Cabrera. Miguel Cabrera got bought in on a Legends option with him and Albert Pujols, although I think he could have contended to be Detroit's lone All-Star even without that thing. Like, he was probably our best position player this year.
That's what I don't like.
And, I mean, it's still like he wouldn't have on a good team. If we had anybody else that would have made the All-Star team, Cabrera wouldn't have because his OPS is terrible. His slugging is terrible. His WAR is negative, so he wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for us being really bad or the Legends option. I don't think Soto deserved it. I think it should have been Lang or Fulmer personally. I think Lang is one of the best bullpen pieces in the MLB today. And Soto, me and Ryan were talking about it back there. You see Soto, he throws 30 pitches every inning he goes out there. He's, 8th in saves or something like that. He's only got 2 blown saves, so it is like that. But I'm happy for it either way. I'm happy for Miggy. I'm happy Miggy got in there. That'll be fun to watch. But that will do it for us today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your parents.
So everyone
make
is
sure you tell your
coming.
family. Make sure you tell Jared Goff's girlfriend that she's hot. Make sure you make a fake account for your grandma. Just make sure it's not. Oh, fuck, dude. Just make sure it's not. Zach Wilson doesn't subscribe to it because something might go down there. But again, we appreciate you guys every day in the chat, all there talking with us, giving us feedback, doing all that great stuff for this idiot throwing papers on me named Easy, for our boy Mikey. Get out of here, bro. For our boy Mikey in the booth, for the Ghost of Cheese Nips. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Please like, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up. Like that.